everybody, welcome to part 3 of our How to Get Better at Magic video series on the Constructed Criticism YouTube channel. This is Wednesday Warrior, and I'm pretty happy about a lot of the feedback that I've gotten. Don't forget to tell people about the video series, let them know about it. I really appreciate the feedback that I'm getting, and it's going to make these videos a lot better. We're in part 3 now. This week we're going to talk about playing the right events and playing in the right places. For those of you who are new and don't know who I am, my name is Spencer. I'm the host of Constructed Criticism and Limited Time Only, 2 podcasts about getting better at Magic the Gathering. So this week, like I said, we're going to talk about playing in the right events and playing in the right places. For those who haven't watched parts 1 and 2, go ahead and check out the playlist on the Constructed Criticism YouTube channel. You can find all of Wednesday Night Warrior, but the ones that you'll be watching are the part 1, making the decision, and part 2, surrounding yourself with better players. So let's get right into this. So playing in the right events is something that a lot of people preach about. It goes back to last week. It goes back to surrounding yourself with those great players. Take MTGO 4-3-2-2s for example, versus Swiss and 8-4-4s. If your goal is a slow bleed, is to slowly accumulate booster packs, and then lose a little bit of value over a long period of time, then Swiss is a lot better because you get a pack per win. And then you get to play your deco for a larger number of games because you get to play every round still. If you look at but if your goal is to win the event or to get value from the event, then 8-4s are just a little bit better because, you have to win the event to get your value back in an 8-4 anyway. In a 4-3-2-2. So you have to, and so if you're going to win the event either way, you might as well be playing in those 8-4s. This is true in paper too. A friend of mine recently told me about a store that was doing standard events where they weren't really playing standard. They were playing other decks in other like Solemn Visitor Warrior decks with cons cards in it. And it was interesting to me because why would you choose to play in a place like that over another store? And it's about having your goals. If the store owner is allowing things like that to happen, playing in a store like that most certainly will not increase your chances of getting better at Magic because you aren't playing against the expected metagame. You aren't playing against real decks. And that makes your, chance of doing well at your next standard PPTQ a lot lower. It not only will it not help you get better, it probably will have the adverse reaction where you'll have cards in your brain deep down inside that are not even standard legal. So how are you supposed to, do well at a standard event, at a PPTQ if at the end of the day you're looking at cards that aren't supposed to be in front of you? Take into account instead a store where where the local players at the store are constantly doing well at PPTQs or doing well at RPTQs and GPs. Going to those stores, are really going to help you do better. A lot of players would think, well, I don't really want to play at the store because I'm going to just lose a lot and I'd rather win. And that's fine. I think that a lot of people would have that mindset. But what you'll find is if you do go play at those stores, in the long run, you're going to be better at Magic for it. If you go to the stores where the players are doing well, then you're going to become one of those players that do well. And you can learn a lot more from those players than that store where they're not really even playing standard. For example, if your goal at your next PPTQ, let's say it's just to win a limited PPTQ, what is your best shot at doing that? Well, what are the events that you should be playing in? And those events are probably something like going and doing drafts at those stores where those players that do well in limited events are playing at. Going to stores where people are top 8ing lots of limited PPTQs and doing well at limited GPs, and then probably playing MTGO and playing in sealed leagues. Because at the end of the day, those events are going to give you a better chance at improving than doing a pick your poison draft or a cube draft. Those aren't going to be as helpful for you to reach your end goal of winning an RPTQ or winning a PPTQ. Sorry, imagine being an athlete and let's say you are a cross country runner, right? You're probably not doing that much time sprinting. You're probably doing a lot more long distance running on a daily basis. You certainly aren't playing soccer, right? To train. You might play soccer for fun, but you're probably not, soccer's not in your training regimen to, run a marathon. And that's kind of what we're looking at here, is you should be playing in the events that are going to help you improve the most at Magic, and basically ignoring the ones that aren't. That being said, you can still go have fun and play Commander and go cube draft, but that's not part of the getting better at Magic part. That's the part of enjoying Magic and loving it. So, I hope that what we can take from this is learning to put ourselves in the best position to succeed. Like the example with the cross country runner, he's not putting himself in the best position to succeed if he just plays soccer every day. That might be a bad example because soccer players actually do run a lot, but you get what I'm saying. So, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget that these videos are brought to you by patreon.com/ccmtg. I'm happy to always, answer any questions. Go check out the Patreon page, the podcasts, and we'll see you guys all next week for part 4. Bye, everyone.